Hello students, once again welcome back to the class of physics. So in the previous session actually we studied the impedance value for series LCR circuits, and there I told you what do you mean by impedance. Impedance is nothing but it is effective opposition offered by the circuit for the alternating current, correct? So here in today's session we are going to see what is the actual meaning of impedance and what are the SI units and what and all the other properties does it exhibit. So all those stuff that we are going to study in this session. Okay. So now impedance, as I told you, it is nothing but this is the effective opposition, or we can say impedance of a circuit is defined as AC circuit is defined as the effective opposition offered by the circuit to the alternating current through it. So what is the representation of impedance? It is represented by Z. You already know, and we got the formula also for impedance, but still I am just recalling the things what and all we studied in the previous lecture. So now what is the SI unit of impedance? And before going to the what is the expression we got there? So that is equals to square root of yes, so that is equals to square root of R square plus XC minus XL whole square, where here XC is greater than XL. Remember that XC is greater than XL. So what if XL is greater than XC? So it will get reverse. Okay, so that will depends. Okay, depends on the which factor that you are going to consider it as a greater value and which is the lesser value. Okay, and what do you mean by XC now? So XC is nothing but 1 over omega C. Similarly, XL it is. XL is equals to 1 over omega L. So this will be the values. So XC is equals to 1 over omega C, XL is equals to 1 over omega L. Correct. Now, what do you mean by this XC? It is nothing but capacitive reactance, and here it is what? Inductive reactance. What is the SI unit of all these two? That is nothing but ohm. So it is a kind of opposition offered in where? In capacitive circuit, and here it is in inductive, purely capacitive and purely inductive circuit that we already studied. It's a kind of opposition, so that is also same. Here also ohm, here also ohm, here also our resistance value is what? That is also ohm. Then what is the SI unit of impedance? So the SI unit of impedance is ohm. SI unit of impedance is ohm. Okay, and this is one of the important concept. So they may ask in your exam. So what is the SI unit of impedance? What do you mean by impedance, and mention its SI units? Or they may ask. They'll ask the numericals related to this. Okay, so that you have to remember. Now, so here we got the SI unit of impedance. Meanwhile, so now what happens if we take the reciprocal of this impedance? So the concept we have, reciprocal of impedance is admittance. Admittance. Sir, what does it mean, sir? See, here we have, if we take this as 1 by Z. So impedance value that you will find out, and if you take the reciprocal of that, so the resultant value, so resultant function, what you are going to get, it is nothing but admittance. See, similarly, if you take the reciprocal of So where it comes all these concepts, sir? They will ask in your exam. So they will file numerical solving. So they will ask directly instead of impedance. They will ask directly find the value of admittance. So what you will do? First you have to find the value of impedance. Then you will switch on to the reciprocal of this. If you want to take there, you will get the result. No, that is nothing but admittance. Similarly, reciprocal of reactance. So which reactance, sir? Inductive or capacitive? Anything you take, either inductive or maybe capacitive. So the value you will get there, it is nothing but susceptance. Okay, so these are the different new terms that we are going to get here in this chapter. So what is the meaning of this? See, reciprocal of impedance is nothing but admittance. Similarly, reciprocal of reactance, it is nothing but susceptance. So sir, here we got the values. Here you can take anything, either inductive reactance or maybe capacitive reactance. In generally, reciprocal of that, what you will get, that is nothing but susceptance. So what is the SI unit of these two? So SI unit of reactance is ohm, impedance is ohm, and reactance is also ohm, impedance is also ohm. Then what will be the reciprocal of this? We can take it as 1 by ohm or we can take mho. So this will be the SI units of what? Admittance as well as susceptance. See, this kind of question you can expect from your exam for 1 mark, or while solving the numericals for 5 marks. Definitely you can expect one numerical from this particular chapter AC. Okay, while solving the numericals, they may ask, instead of reactance or maybe impedance, they may ask you to find the value of susceptance or admittance. It means what? First you have to find this value only, later you are going to take the reciprocal of that. Meanwhile you have to change the unit. So you have to change the unit. Then the result what you are going to get there, it is nothing but mho, or we have another word. We can also write the SI unit of this as Siemens. Yes, wait a minute, let me check the spelling. Siemens. Siemens. So that will be the SI unit of admittance as well as susceptance. We can write it as mho, or else we can also write it as Siemens. Anything is fine, both are correct. There is nothing wrong in that. Okay, so now if I want to represent the value of admittance, impedance values by using rectangle, triangle only, we derived this expression. Right there we took sine, cos and tan. So by using phasor diagram. Okay, so if I want to represent that it as so definitely O A B. So either you can take this as theta or this as theta. It's all up to you. You can take anything as theta. So if you take, I'll take this as my theta. So the 90-degree opposite side is what? It is nothing but hypotenuse. That I'll take it as Z. That is nothing but impedance. And theta opposite side is what? XC minus XL. So this is what? R. Because all three are here. See, resistance, If you apply, if you take anything now, sine theta if you take, you will go back and check in the previous video lecture, you will understand. Okay, so this one we took there in where actually it is in phasor diagram, correct? So while solving this by using phasor diagram, there we got the values, correct? So similarly here this will be the formula. Just go through with that. If you want to find the value of sine, cos or tan, you can easily get it out. Okay, this is all about what? Impedance and related things. Now if the value here, as I told you, xc is greater than xl. Okay, that's the reason we took here xc minus xl. What happens if xl is greater than xc? Okay, that we will see in the next. So what is that, sir? We have another concept that is called as electrical resonance. First of all, I'll tell you what do you mean by resonance. Then we will move on to the next concept. What do you mean by resonance? Frequency resonance. You hope you all have heard that value. Okay, let me explain. Let me take the formula and I'll explain that. Okay, later then you will understand. Electrical resonance. So what do you mean by electrical resonance? See, if you take in a series LCR circuit, so we derived expression for what? Z. And also if we take the value of current as maximum current as I0, peak voltage as V0, and impedance there we got it as that. Okay, so if now I want to find the value of maximum value of current through the circuit, that is peak value. So what is the formula we have? That is given by I0 is equals to V0 by Z. Why I need this, sir? I'll tell you. I0 is equals to V0 by, what is the value of Z? It is given as R square plus XC minus XL whole square. R square plus XC minus XL whole square. So what do you mean by XC? XC is equals to what? 1 over omega C, and XL is equals to what? Omega into L. Omega into L. So omega value you know. You can also write it as 1 over 2 pi F into C. Here XL you can write it as 2 pi F into L. These are the general formulas that you already know. So what happens if XC is greater than XL? Just look at this diagram. If XC is greater than XL, so this value is greater than this value. So the value, whatever the value you will get here, that is positive, correct? So that plus this, obviously the value what you are going to get in the denominator is more. So reciprocal V0 by that highest value, if you take here, the value of current goes on decreases. I0 goes on decreases. If XC is greater than XL, definitely the value what you are going to get here, it is more. Obviously it is positive value. When I add this here, so then A0 value, the current, the maximum value of current is goes on decreases, correct? Next, we can, in generally we can say this is for what? Low frequency ranges, and the frequency is less. Low frequency ranges, or here only you can take. Okay, so this value is, omega value is what? Sorry, here F is what? Less, then this value is more, current goes on decreases. So we can say this is for what? Low frequency ranges. So similarly, XL is greater than XC. So then we can say this is for high frequency values. High frequency values. And similarly, at certain point of frequency, at certain point, what happens? This XL is equals to XC. At a certain value of frequency, the value of inductive reactance is equals to the value of capacitive reactance. So then what happens? So these two are going to be 0. Xc minus X both are equal 0. Then by that time what happens? The Z value is maximum. So the impedance value what you are going to get here, it will become maximum, because we are going to take the square of that. We don't need to add or subtract anything. Okay, so Z value, so Z value is minimum, because we are not going to add anything, no. So XL is equals to XC, then what happens? The R value, this product will become less. The value of, that means the impedance Z will minimum value for a current value of what? I0. For this particular value of current, this will Z value becomes less. Okay, and obviously this will also have minimum value. So this frequency where the impedance is minimum and the I0 value what you are going to get here, that is also minimum. Current here in this circuit will have the minimum value, correct? So this particular frequency is called as resonant frequency. Resonant frequency. So this particular value of frequency is called as resonant frequency, that is represented by the value omega naught. So for a value of, you can't take it as resonant frequency in general. So for omega is nothing but what? Angular frequency value. So where if you take that by certain point, the value of R Xc is equals to XL, then impedance will become very less, or we can say impedance will have minimum value and current will have, if here it is minimum, then definitely that is maximum, reciprocal of that, right? So next, while adding or while considering all these concepts together, we can conclude that what, sir? See, in a series LCR circuit, I'll tell you how to plot the diagram. Okay, in a series LCR circuit, impedance Z value becomes minimum, and current in the circuit, correct? So I told reverse there. So here what happens? This Z value is minimum, reciprocal of this, right? So current value I0 will become maximum, current maximum. So if Z becomes minimum and current becomes maximum, okay, at a particular value of frequency, up to an applied voltage. So this is constant, however. So that frequency is called as resonant frequency, and that condition is called as resonance. Okay, so for example, if I take the graph, see, one thing is we need to take the value of current, here it is current and frequency range, correct, resonant frequency that we are discussing. So I will take this as omega and this as I. So this is how it varies. at particular value of frequency, the current will become maximum. So this current I called as I naught, or I can write I maximum. So this omega naught is called as resonant frequency, where impedance is minimum. So at that particular value of impedance, the value of current become maximum. So that condition where the circuit attains, okay, so that is what we call as resonance, and the frequency at that particular value of current is called as resonant frequency. Okay, so this will be the condition of resonance. So omega naught is equals to what we got here. So when I substitute the value of omega naught, xc is equals to what? XL, right? This condition. So I'll write here. So xc is equals to, okay, let me write here. xc is equals to XL. So omega 1 over omega c is equals to omega L. So take omega into the RHS and this L into the LHS. So, or we can write omega square is equals to 1 over L into C. So you know what is the value of omega. So omega is equals to what? 2 pi f. 2 pi f, correct. So, or we can, let me write one more step, because here you will get square root. So omega is equals to what? 1 over root LC. So omega here again, that will be better. 2 pi f is equals to 1 over root LC. So f is equals to 1 over 2 pi into root of L into C. So this will be the condition for resonant frequency. We can write 2 pi f or 2 pi nu naught, it depends. Okay, so since xc is equals to xl, that means what? xl it is xc, don't get confused. So xc is equals to xl. Okay, in this condition it will attains the resonance condition. So impedance, I can say Z is equals to what? Actually, what is the formula we have? Z is equals to what? Root of R square plus XC minus XL whole square. If XC is equals to XL, so Z is equals to what? Root of R square, or we can say Z is equals to R. Okay, so that means the effective opposition what we have taken in impedance. Impedance is nothing but what? Effective opposition offered by the circuit for alternating current in it. Correct? So when you take at resonance, this opposition offered by the resistor, that will be same, that will be equal to the value of impedance, opposition offered by the impedance. Impedance value is equals to that R. So that will be the condition at resonance. Okay, so here when you see this, the value of current goes on increases at particular time, then it will become goes on decreases. When it reaches to the maximum value, again it goes on decreases. Sir, where actually we are using this? So in tuning, in radio stations and all. So how to tune that signal, sir? So let us take, for example, in radio station. So when you are going to get the actual sound, so proper, usually normal sound when you people are going to get. So for example, let us take, so this is a source, from that you are getting some 10 hertz of frequency. Here you are getting 15 hertz. So here you are getting some 20 hertz. So the frequency ranges are like this. You're going to tune. So we have radio stations, correct? So radio stations like FM 94.3 Red FM, Radio Mirchi, alva. So and Akashwani. So these are all the radio stations. For each radio stations, they have a fixed value of bandwidth and also frequency. So what happens now? We want to listen radio Mirchi. Some frequency is fixed for that. So when you tune, if the frequency range it is comes from 12, let us take 12 hertz. So you can't hear the frequency radio stations properly in this particular frequency 12, because we have a station that is tuned for 15 hertz. Okay, if it comes for 15 hertz, you will get the proper audio without any noise. Noise is nothing but it is an unwanted signal we are going to get in the station, or what we can say, unwanted signal in the space. So we don't want that signal, but still it comes and disturb the things. So that is what we call as noise. Okay, so when you are tuning, you all can go and try in your home. You have a cell phone that you can try. Just fix for each radio station there is a fixed value of bandwidth and frequency. So that too in megahertz, but I took only in hertz here. So what happens if when you started to tune the station, it has a fixed frequency of 15 hertz. So when it reaches to 15 hertz, then only you will get a proper audio. Or what happens? You will not get the proper audio because there is a noise. Why that noise, sir? Because at that particular value of frequency, see, you are going to get the maximum current, and that is a different thing. But still here, if you want to get the power, if the power is maximum, then you are going to get the proper value. Okay, so this is all about the resonating frequency. So what happens when it goes to 10 or 20? You will not hear. There are two or more stations, they will get merged, and you are not supposed to get the proper radio station. Okay, so Radio Mirchi, Red FM, both will mix together, and you are going to get the two audio signals. Okay, so then it will not proper. So this is all about the resonant frequency. It is nothing but it's a fixed value of frequency where you are going to get the current value as maximum. So when you are going to get the current value as maximum, when XC is equals to XL, the reactance, inductive and capacitive reactance are same, then the current is maximum. So by that particular value of current, whatever the value of frequency is there, that frequency is called as resonating frequency. So this is all about electrical resonance, the concept of electrical resonance. Okay.